old GoPro out. I have a club cadetter in here. This is a 128 old gal. So a couple things I want to point out, because I don't know where this, I didn't take this gas tank off, but the rubber strap is missing from underneath the bracket there. There was a bolt missing on the other side, and what we're going to check here real quick, one of the reason it's here is it wasn't starting. Gentleman's had it for a while. This was his heyday on making his way type of video, I guess, or mower. You can see that's actually gas. I've warned him about the ethanol in the container. It's a problem, and that could be oil too, but it smells a lot like gas. So what I'm going to do here, if I can find some starting mojo, and it was in here for, like I said, it was in here for no wouldn't spin over. So we got it to spin over, and as I suspected, this switch down here, the contacts are corroded. We'll put some dielectric grease on the ends there, if I can slide enough crap around in my keyhole, or find it. There it is. And throw a little dielectric grease on there, so we can try to prevent that from happening sometime in the future. We are doggy sitting tonight, right? Right, Maggie? Get out of here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? Are you being a good girl? Are you being a good girl? What's all this noise out here? I don't like that noise. Not really sure why there wasn't any dielectric grease on there to begin with, because points like that, in my opinion, are places to put dielectric grease at. So we've definitely gotten it to turn over. You finding the Mises? Are there meese in here? You find some Mises? Where do you think the starting fluid's at, huh? So, oh no, your garage is quite messy. Garage is quite a mess. Always crap everywhere. Well, as much as I hate to use choke carb cleaner, we'll be using some choke carb cleaner to see if we can get her to pop. Oh no, that choke. Oh, we got a stuck choke. You know why that is, don't you? Because this ethanol just gets down in there and tears everything up. So we'll have to run a little WD-40 through. I don't think it liked it did that. I don't think we got any spark to begin with. Uh-oh. We probably don't have any, well, let's just look. We'll see if we got spark. I said, sometimes these get to a point where they're more of a restoration than they are a rust oration. Then they are just checking it out, making sure stuff works or doesn't work. No, I won't put it back in that way. Just pulling it to see. Just pulling it to see, fellas. relax. Just try not to spark myself. As suspected, no spark. So now we get to go through the lovely process of troubleshooting a points and condenser setup, which is not fun in these older units, in my opinion. So, I mean, that looks like a pretty new, again, no dielectric grease on a part, in my opinion, that should have a little dielectric grease. Bad thing is, too, with these older units, I don't have any old condensers around to even test. Might have one somewhere, but I doubt it. I had a 316 at one point in here, but I'm going to guess, based on my general observations here, that our points are probably more than corroded over and not making contact. I'm going to guess, oh yeah, that's nice. Just drop your can of goo down the side of the mower. Oh. That one's not long enough for the bottom. Doesn't feel like there's one in the bottom, but let's see, is that guy small enough though? What you really need for there's not one down there. What you need for a guy like that is a magnet. We'll have to here comes Billy Badass, because he's burning out, and not a pop or a spark. Nothing. Now that stinks bad. So, and that looks brand new. I'll get a see if I can get some 1200 over here. Best to use like 400 on these. I think I have a somewhere in this mess. I'm sure that I have a points file, which is highly recommended for any type of scenario where you're doing points. Unfortunately, I don't know where my points file is at right now, so we will do our best to try to get a clean part of, yeah, you don't want to do that. This is 1200, and yeah, it's got fuzz. Almost had to clean the other side because it's a hook and loop. Well, like I said, I don't think there's nothing coming through that, so I'm going with coil, or could be just the contacts on the coil. These are a pain in the butt. At least these points are on the outside. On the own end, you have to pull the whole engine out, which really stinks. That doesn't feel like it really sits in there though, right? Doesn't quite look like the right. Doesn't quite look like the right cap for that coil. Honestly. Is it... Do I have any... What the heck? Everything's just falling. Dropping everything. I think this is a little loose back here. Yeah, probably. Nope. We can put some dielectric grease in that stuff too. Elevator point here. Oh, there we go. We got spark now. And like I said, I think this, I think that cap is actually not the right cap for that coil. Should say spark plug wire. I really do not think it is. I do not think it is. I don't think so. Hey. Yes. All right, officer, you caught me. I had a Bloody Mary this morning, but it was a small one. It was a very small one. And when I say small, I mean like 8 ounces or less. Mom bought me a bottle of it actually wasn't very good, honestly. I had to go review what it was because it tasted like crap. And even my sister was like, this tastes like crap. I don't know what happened there, but I feel like we have spark now. Even though I still think that that wire is the wrong wire. Yeah, it's a pretty good spark. Put a little dielectric grease on the end of that guy too. Should have put it on after I put it in the hole, right? What there? Yeah, like I said, I should have put it on after I put it in the hole. I got it all over my socket. Really shouldn't have set anything on there either. Or at least get a towel. I know it's got bird poop all over it, but I shouldn't be laying my tools right up on it. I really find it hard to believe that compression is so strong there that it won't turn now. Definitely, well, I see some spark occurring down there. It's shooting off to the side if you can see it. I know someone out there is gonna go, oh yeah, your turret's gonna turn it. It's turning so hard. What I'm trying to find is that points cleaner that I know I have file, a little points file somewhere. Jeez. 1500, 1200. I thought I had some. 1200. I thought I had some smaller ones, or 400 in here somewhere. Well, whatever. Again, you don't want to smack these together if you can. There you go. And turn that ignition off. Yeah, oh, wrong spot. Trying to file something I can't physically pull apart. We're gonna have to let the battery charge again, because obviously when you're cranking it like that, you're not gonna get that great of a result out of it. So that's what that is. Bad spark. We're going to have to find the points file, because it does look like it's sparking all over the place. We can test the coil, but I'm thinking because we're getting spark down, it looks like a pretty strong spark down to the spark plug, that we're probably good there. Now we're looking at the fuel delivery system, and who knows, maybe that throttle plate is, nope, it looks open. Should stop. Again, grab another rag here, because let that run right down the choke carb cleaner, and I imagine the paint, like I anticipated, we're gonna have to, not that I'm sure that the goo that was falling out of it to begin with wasn't already causing some type of residual nastiness there, but we can try to prevent it from getting worse. And we can set this here so that when I'm spraying crap in there, I'm not spraying it on there. I'm gonna go find some starting fluid too. Well, it's gonna fire. Now we'll clean the carburetor out. Let's open the gears drawer so I don't asphyxiate myself. And see if we can get it to fire. Alright, so that is a fire. Yep, fire. Now, should go ahead and put a cable on there. I believe there was supposed to be a cable attached to here, if I recall correctly. Let's see if we got some gasoline for this guy too. See what leaks and what doesn't leak. What do I do with my gas? Alright, we'll be right back. Gotta find my gas. I'll burn some of that through, but it smells pretty shellacky in there. Shellacky. Yeah, so carburetor needs to come apart. Yep. Well, so hopefully this fuel petcock works. Let's see if yeah. See if there's any gas actually coming through there. Try not to burn myself on the it's gonna fall. Not enough room. Not enough room. Not enough room. Not enough room. It's New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2022, after death. Sounds like a lot of patriots are down at the gun club this morning. In my area we have 2 gun clubs, fairly close. Oh yeah, we got fuel coming through. So we're gonna and then in addition to that, I'm going to say that the hose is a little dry rotted. And we're going to presume that that petcock does not shut off. That fuel tap is. That fuel tap is a steady streamer. Open door closed, so and it smells like crap either way. And it was like brand new. So a carburetor here definitely needs to be pulled and cleaned. And we can throw this back up in there. Our points are clean enough. I feel like the spark is good, so that's nice. I mean, just have to get stuck with that. Let's pop the carburetor off and see if we can get some of that gummed up crap out of the bottom. Guess I'm gonna have to dig through my collection and see if yeah, look, the gas is just slowly dripping right there now. So there's the fuel shut off on that. The fuel cock, it is definitely shut. Yeah, the doggy inside belly aching. Yeah, that's the problem I really didn't want to get into. So see if we can do that without having to pull that, because once you start pulling those gaskets off, I'm going to need to look for gasket kits, and that is not on my list of to-do items today. Definitely don't want to have to look for gasket kits. And look how gooey the, you can see it's just brown and gooey. Let's see if I can get in there with one of these. Then I'm gonna go get my socket set. Negative. Gonna have to get my socket set. Really? Bad preparation there. What size is that? 7/16 negative. And it's definitely not 9/16. Do a 3/4, anybody, 3/4, 3/4. 5/8. 3/4, anybody, 3/4. 3/4. 3/4. 3/4. Going once, going twice. Here's a 3/4. No, 9/16. I don't want a 9/16. I want a 3/4. 5/8. Negative. It's not a 5/8. Someone's got a throaty Viegler somewhere. Let's try a 13mm, even though I don't have that size. I gotta do it right there. Somebody's vehicle sounds a little squeaky. Yeah, how about you go in the right direction? No, I'm not. Been fighting that all my life. Oh, that really sucks. Yeah, it does. It really sucks. Holy crap, that gas stinks. Missed out on a John Deere 330 dieseler today. Someone was selling $500. Asked if it had an air meter and it was already pending. Well, that's not an indication right there of what's to come here. I don't know what is. Oh, well, there goes that gasket. Yep. I need to find gaskets galores. It's gonna need a gasket. This thing charged. It's still in the. Oh my god. So. I don't know how else to tell people they can't leave gasoline with alcohol in it. Now, honestly, you shouldn't leave gasoline at all in these because over time it will change either way. Its composition will completely break down. The volatility will be absolutely nothing. I think that guy stalled his hot rod out up there. I'm gonna try to do this without breaking the crap out of this. I'm gonna need to find a small hammer or something, small rubber mallet. I know I got one somewhere. There it is. I don't want to ding anything up, but that's not coming off. That is not coming off without a tap and a pat. And it looks like it's already had a tap. Hopefully we're on. That's exactly what happens. The gas sit long enough, so we'll get a little cleaning action going on there. Sorry if you're going along for the ride. And I'm sure that means everything else is pretty much... Oh, that guy's smashing the gas up there. That is not good. Well, that was great. Whatever that was that just fell, that I'll have to go back through my video and look. There it is. That gasket broke. I definitely don't have a gasket for this. So, oh look. Well, so we're gonna need to find a gasket for that. That'll be fun. And I guess that concludes today's menagerie. I can't even get that goo to come out of there. That's how terrible it is. And you know, hopefully I can clean it out without having to take it apart too much, because I don't think the rest of that will hold up if I start tearing into it. So we accomplished at least one thing today, which was restoring spark. It is unfortunate that yeah. I would rather the carbon or the shellac loosen on its own. Sometimes paint thinner works well on these too. You don't want to like, you know, here I'm just really trying to concentrate on the wad of shellac, because what will happen is it will come up, but use a gentle rolling motion, because if you scratch the bottom of these too much, what I find is that they rust over time too, because people still, even though you tell them not to use ethanol-free gas in them. So you guys want to do your best to try to keep the deep gouges out of the bottom of that and try to loosen that up. Some of it will eventually make its way through. But what you really don't want to happen is a big piece dislodge, get stuck in the ventry or the pickup tube, and the customer will call you back and tell you the unit's not running. Someone else will know I was digging in there, because they'll see the little scratches that are in the bottom there. But like I said, I really want to try to, you can see it's already pitted there, and it's pitted right there too. It's still a salvageable bowl. Let's look at the, we'll see. Yeah, look, this was, someone over tightened that at one point too. Well, I might have done a little bit of that too, but I don't think I did. So we need a float pole gasket. That seal looks all right. We'll clean that up. And we'll go visit Art today, because a generator that I fixed for him over the summer has no spark, according to him. So I'll find out why it has no spark today. Let this continue to charge, and I'll go find out what the I guess I should try to look and see. It's a Walbro. Like I said, I don't think I have any gaskets that big anywhere. We'll have to look around, dig around. I might even have one in my Briggs & Kraken box of gaskets that may work in there. But these are all Briggs & Stratton as far as I know. And I don't think I saw any rubber. Oh, well, maybe. Look at that. No. Oh. Oh, that's a big boom. It's a rotary. Briggs rotary. These are definitely too small. Too small. Yeah, like I said, I don't remember seeing any big ends in there. I had to go online and look for parts diagrams and stuff like that. We'll get a air filter and air cover, because that air filter looks a little crappy. Can't see light through it, so there goes the neighbor. And yeah, that's fun. Maybe find a fuel shutoff too. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I'm babbling. All right, bye-bye.